Jamie, welcome in. Sonica, welcome back. Brooke Comer, welcome in. Brooke Comer, we haven't seen you in a while. Welcome back. Welcome in. Hopefully, everybody's doing fine. Hopefully, everybody is safe, especially in these times, in these uncertain times. Lots of uncertainty in the world today. Oh, you've been working a lot? Oh, okay. Well, we are glad you are here to join us. Faith, maybe at 37 books, kind of nice. Faith, we haven't seen you in a while. Where have you been hiding? Where have you been lurking? Because it's not in here. Hey, Samantha, welcome in. Yes, we do have our fish. I'm going to show you guys in a moment. I will show you guys in a moment. Yeah, Samantha, you have been, or I'm sorry, Faith, you have been missing in action. Samantha, how's everything going? How's the new flooring? I think you've already had the flooring for what, a month? How's it going? Is everything broken in? Are you still happy with it? Satisfied? I've been slacking on my learning to get, but sleeping a lot with, oh no, with migraines? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Hey, Aaron, welcome in. Janelle Howell, welcome in. Janelle Howell, how's everything in Washington going? How is the weather? It's probably gorgeous up there right now. Samantha's so good. I actually have fun mopping now. I love that. I know. Mopping is a treat for me too. I love to use Fabuloso. What do you use, Samantha, to clean your floors? I love the purple one. Purple Fabuloso, the best. Mexi Pina, welcome in. Did Mexi Pina join us? Yeah, Mexi Pina. Mexi Pina, welcome in. How are you doing? How's everything in San Diego? Mexi Pina, is it overcast in San Diego right now? Norma, welcome in. We need to pour the tea. I'm drinking blueberry tea tonight. It has kind of like a blue tint to it. We love a good tea. We love a good tea. Mmm. Janelle Howell, the weather's in the 80s this week. That's really nice. Hey, Emily, welcome in from YouTube. Lil Bro, yeah, and get used to it. We're here, we're queer, get used to it. B Gamer, welcome in. I just use vinegar and water for everything. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Vinegar and water. I've never heard of that before. Does it leave a vinegar smell though? Or do you get like, is that like a special type of? Mm-hmm. 50-50 ratio. Oh, okay. Oh, it's gone about 15 minutes. Oh, okay. I've never heard of that before. Is that something that you grew up with? Is that a cleaning style that you grew up with? Or what do you know that I don't know about vinegar? My mom used to use it to clean out the coffee maker, the inside of the coffee maker. I love that though. That's really cool. I've never thought about that. Thank you so much. We reached our goal. No, we're 50% at our goal with the puffy hearts. We do that at work too. Oh, Tanya, really? Where have I been? I've never heard of that before. Never heard of it. Those of you on YouTube, I'm also streaming on TikTok. Lil bro, that's a little bit too much. Come on. Soap water and Dawn dish soap and vinegar. Oh, okay. My mom used to use ammonia to mop the floor. Wow. Mexi, yeah, you must have been crying. Your eyes must have been watering. I was Broke in college, so I made Google my best friend, and now I never. Oh, interesting. Never change. Definitely saves. Oh, I love that. I love that combination, vinegar and. Thank you so much. I already know who that's. That's from Mexipina. Thank you, Mexipina. I really appreciate that. The bubble gum. We'll wait just a couple more minutes till we get some more people to join in. I will show you guys the fish. I do use Windex on the windows though. Vinegar doesn't. Oh, okay, got it. Hey, RTB Armor, welcome in. Welcome into YouTube. We will begin shortly, in a moment. Okay. Vinegar right there. All right. They do have a Windex vinegar and water solution. I love your house. Oh, thank you so much, RTB Armor. Appreciate that. Little bro, you're like 2 seconds away from getting exited out. Yeah. The A is pronounced as like a lowercase. Oh, okay. You must be getting so excited. Yes, Samantha, just around the corner. Next Monday at this time, I'll be next week at this time, I'll be in the air, flying to London City. You are a snake. I'm gonna put you in timeout for 24 hours. That's so funny. Little bro was timed out by Edwina. That is so funny. On YouTube, guys, you can put a person in timeout. I love it. Yeah, Samantha or Lauren, I'm gonna be posting regularly. So I think you guys should. I think you guys will like it. Yeah, I'm really excited. Next time, so I get to take the train. I go to Whidbey Island next week to visit my daughter. Oh, how fun! Mexipina, how long are you going to be on for? Lauren, why Croatia? My friend originally last year, she had told me about it. There was this thing that we were going to do. Oh, for 5 days? How fun. They have this, you can do a marathon in Croatia. So you get on a boat, and this boat, you stay on the boat, and you travel from island to island, and you're supposed to do like a run. When you get on the island, you do a run the whole day, and then you come back, and then you do whatever, your time is free after that. And it sounded really cool. And then she decided not to do it. And I was left with the idea of Croatia in my mind. And my other friend had gone a while ago, so I thought, you know what, I'm going to try that. Dalmatians originate from Croatia. I'm like, oh, fun! I didn't know that. So, Tanya, homesick? Really? No, I can see that. I can see getting homesick. It's valid. But you're always going to come home, though. You'll always come home. Just 2 weeks. Always come home. You got to sit in it. Sit in that feeling. My niece and her family live on. Oh, Janelle Howell, how fun! We have a connection. We have some very wild people on YouTube tonight. Yes, Janelle Howell and Mexipina both know somebody on the island. I've never Whidbey Island at. Where is Whidbey Island located? I'm not familiar with Whidbey Island. Hey, Anna, welcome in. Oh, we already have enough people to start. Okay, let's go ahead and begin. First, we will start with the fish tank. Let me move YouTube over a little so YouTube can see it. Doing nothing until 6 a.m. I did have a fun weekend. Thank you so much, Anna, for asking. I'm sitting here in my office doing nothing until 6 a.m. Oh, in Washington State. Oh, that's going to be gorgeous. Okay, guys, here is our fish. We finally have it going. Let me zoom in. Oh, that's as much as we can zoom in. Our fish's name is Lizzie Fish, Eliza Fish. Mm-hmm. And we don't know yet if it's a he or a she, but it's a beta. You can see she's right over there. Uh-huh. Yeah, we have our live fish pet. And she's acclimated pretty good. She seems pretty happy. So what we did was we filled it up on Saturday. We let it run overnight, 24 hours. We put in the solutions and all that for the water so that the water would be balanced. And then we did our little chemical experiment with the water to make sure that the pH was balanced. It has to be a blue in order for it to be ready. So the beta fish will swim. Oh, let me fix this. You guys can't see it. The beta fish needs to be either between 6.8 or 7.6. So we're at about a 7.6. But I think it's going to regulate once it's a little it needs to be in there in order to regulate it. What else? This is the food that we feed it. Lizzie Martinez. I love this. Her setup looks so good. Samantha, yeah, she got a really good setup. She got a really good pad. This is the fish food that we feed it. Those are the little beta food. We're gonna let her be in there for a bit on her own, and then depending, because they say that they're pretty aggressive, depending, we might introduce another. So good. I love this smell. Tanya, I love it. Depending on what we're thinking, or depending on how she is on her own, we might introduce another one. But we'll do that in the future because they have so many pretty ones over there at the pet store. They had some of them that were near death, and I was like, oh, I wouldn't put in. Oh, okay, Lola. Yeah, that's what I understand. That you can't have too many. They just start nipping at each other's wings or their little fins. You can't come by. Yeah, no, you can't. Mm-hmm. Hey, Carrie, welcome in. Big fight, yeah. That's what I read. I was kind of hoping no, but oh well. All right, let's go ahead and get started. We have a lot of books still that we have not gotten to. Thank you so much, Carrie. Yeah, it worked out great. And I knew that this space was going to be perfect. Let me move out of the way. So we got this. I took this dresser from my dining room and I moved it in here. It's the perfect size for the tank. And it's not that the tank isn't that big either. Are you able to get... Tanya, I'm going to check into that. Those little suction things that kind of go on the little wall. That'd be a good idea. Yeah, Carrie, too. I agree. Especially with the cats. This is more stable. The cats can't get on top of it. Mm-hmm. Oh, the little suction. Yeah, you know what? Let me think. I'm going to look into that. You're right, because that would be a good companion for it. Maybe we can get like a little SpongeBob figurine in there. Some little SpongeBob figurines to go inside. So you can see it Maybe a guinea pig. He could sit on your lap. Samantha, no. Yeah, definitely look into that. We love a good fish in children. Yes, we do. Terry, we do. You can't have a good children's lit book without a fish in it. Samantha, it's fun, huh? Hey, John, welcome in. John, can you go into YouTube? We have some rebel rousers in there. They need to be taken care of. What about a duck? I love it. Anything that's low maintenance. A baby cow. Hey, Victoria, welcome in. John, just stay in there for a bit because there's a couple of rebel rousers in there. I had to put somebody in timeout. Let me see. Hold on, guys. Let me do. Yeah, you never know. A seahorse, Kimberly, yes. But I think they need salt water. I'm going to have a welding kit along with a parrot. Andy Robertson's not doing, he's not doing a good job. They need to be, or koi fish. Yeah, I want to see if, no, koi fish would be a little bit too big. Yeah. Thank you, John. I really appreciate that. Maybe some goldfish. I wonder if goldfish would do in there. All right, let's go ahead and begin tonight. This one is called, the first one we're reading tonight is called Love. Ricky was ill, but he's home with the flu. Lizzie, our O, had some homework to do. Michelle E probably got lost on the way. So I'm all of love that could make it today. So it looks like they were in a little play or something. And the only letter that showed up was the letter V. The letter V. Welcome those of you on YouTube. The second one is called The Dirtiest Man in the World. This one's a long one. Oh, I'm Dirty Dan, the world's dirtiest man. I've never taken a shower. I can't see my shirt. It's covered with dirt. And my ears have enough to grow flowers. But the water is either a little too hot or else it's a little too cold. I'm musty and dusty and patchy and scratchy and mangy and covered with mold. But the water is always a little too hot or else it's a little too cold. Hey, Spooky Owl, welcome in. I live in a pen and 5 hogs and a hen and three squizzly lizards who creep in my bed, and they itch as I squirm, and I twitch in the cruddy old sheets that I sleep in. If you look down my throat with a flashlight, you'd note that my insides are coated with rust. I creak when I walk, and I squeak when I talk, and each time I sneeze, I blow dust. The thought of a towel and some soap makes me howl, and when people have something to tell me, they don't come and tell it, they stand behind and yell it. I think they're afraid they might smell me. Oh, did you see the story, Spooky? Good. Yeah, we'll show you guys the. I'll show you guys the fish in a moment. The bedbugs that leap on me sing to me. Let me spit that again. The bedbugs that leap on me sing me to sleep, and the garbage flies buzz me awake. They're the best friends I found, and I fear they might drown, so I never go too near a lake. Each evening at 9, I sit down to dine with the termites who live in my chair, and I joke with the bats and have intimate chats with the cooties who crawl through my hair. I'd brighten my life if I just found a wife, but I fear that never will be. Until I can find a girl gentle and kind, with a beautiful face and sensitive mind, who sparkles and twinkles and glistens and shines, and who's almost as dirty as me. No, just no. The dirtiest man in the world. He thinks that by finding a girl, she's going to clean him up. We are way past that. Point of view. Thanksgiving dinner's sad and thankless. Christmas dinner's dark and blue. When you stop and try to see it from the turkey's point of view. Sunday dinner isn't sunny. Easter feasts are just bad luck. When you see it from the viewpoint of a chicken or a duck. Oh, how I once loved tuna salad, pork and lobsters, lamb chops too, till I stopped and looked at dinner from the dinner's point of view. That one's clever. That one's a good one. Magical erasers. She wouldn't believe this pencil has a magical eraser. She said I was a silly moo. She said I was a liar too. She dared me prove that it was true. And so what could I do? I erased her. Magical eraser. That one's a cute one. Let me see. That one is the fifth one. Okay, we'll read two more. Spaghetti. Spaghetti, spaghetti all over the place. Up to my elbows, up to my face. Over the carpet and under the chairs. Into the hammock and wound round the stairs. Filling the bathtub and covering the desk. Making the sofa a mad, mushy mess. The party is ruined, I'm terribly worried. The guests have all left, unless they're all buried. I told them, bring presents, I said, throw confetti. I guess they heard wrong, 'cause they all threw spaghetti. Biscotti. Helping. Agatha Fry, she made a pie, and Christopher John helped bake it. Christopher John, he mowed the lawn, and Agatha Fry helped to rake it. Zachary Sugg took out the rug, and Jennifer Joy helped shake it. And Jennifer Joy, she made a toy, and Zachary Sugg helped to break it. And some kind of help is the kind of help that helping's all about. And some kind of help is the kind of help we all can do without. The end. Those ones are really clever. I really like that one. That was a good one. That was a good one. The end. Where the sidewalk ends. Good way to start the live with poems from Where the Sidewalk Ends. Let's remember that Maggie Daniels, one of our live viewers, sent us this book. Thank you, Maggie Daniels. All right. Let's vote 1 through 10. What did we think? I think collectively all those poems, probably about an 8. Probably about an 8. Mexi Pina 10. I would say a good 8, a solid 8. Mexi Pina 10. Those of you on YouTube who heard what is your vote, you could put your comments in the section. Vote 1 through 10. 1 being 10 being that you enjoyed it. Mexi Pina 10, Tanya 7, Victoria a good 9, yeah. Janelle Howell an 8. Anna 8.5. Yeah, it was pretty good. They were pretty strong. Not a 10, but pretty strong. Okay, we have 15 out of 20 puffy hearts. Let's see if we can get 5 more of those to reach our goal. And while we do that, we're going to look in the stacks. We did do a library haul just recently. So we're going to go into the library stacks. Yay, we are 80% away. Woohoo! We made our goal. Thank you so much, Shelby. I really appreciate that. And to Lauren as well. Thank you, Lauren, for that. Really appreciate it. The sheep who hatched an egg. The sheep who hatched an egg. There's a little egg at the top there. Still springtime. We love a good end page. It's like a deep blue color. Isn't he, Carrie? We love a good little sheep. Thank you so much for that. Just relax. I appreciate that. We open up with a sheep in the bathtub, throwing in some bubbles. Self-care. Lola the sheep had extraordinary wool. It was shiny, it was silky, it was soft, and it never, ever tangled. Lola spent hours washing, drying, and brushing her wool to make it absolutely perfect. We have a Lola in our lives. So here's Lola the sheep. She has extraordinary wool. It was shiny, it was silky, it was soft, and it never ever tangled. Jen, Carrie, that's fine. I know, we never know what we're getting into. When she was finally ready, Lola loved walking through the farm. Isn't she beautiful? Isn't she perfect? Isn't her wool extraordinary? Said all the other sheep. She's getting all the attention. She's getting all the... And Lola felt proud and happy. Look at Lola. Everybody's kind of like a little bit... I don't know if it's matted. There's the sheepdog. Yeah, she is that girl, huh? She's spent a lot of time on that. Let's go ahead and set the goal. Our goal for today, our next goal is going to be... Let's do something... let's do the finger hearts. We'll do 20 of those finger hearts. Confirm. Yeah, we have a new goal of our finger hearts. There's Lola the sheep. But one hot day, something terrible happened. All the sheep had to have a haircut. Uh-oh, Lola the sheep worked really hard. Thank you for that gift, I really appreciate it. All the sheep had to have a haircut. Uh-oh, nobody's getting spared. And Lola's extraordinary wool was gone. Now you'll feel nice and cool, said the dog. But Lola felt ridiculous without her shiny, silky wool. All she wanted to do was hide. Aww, look at Lola. All of her hair was taken off. And the sheep says, now you feel, or the dog says, now you feel nice and cool, said the dog. That's not very helpful. Here's Lola. She looks miserable. Everybody else is taking advantage of the cool weather. Or the coolness of it. Yeah, the illustrations are really good. So off she went to the far side of the hill where she waited. And waited. And waited. Little by little, her wool grew back. Right, Spooky, after spending all that time. So it looks like this is the springtime, and here's the summer, here's the fall. All the leaves are changing colors. Isn't this a cute story, Seth? I love it already. This is a good one. Lola's wool didn't grow back shiny or silky. It wasn't even soft. It was wild, it was messy, and it tangled. It's horrible, cried Lola. Oh, hey, Magali, welcome in. That's fine. At least you got a good, nice nap in between. So her hair didn't grow back the way it originally was. She does need conditioner. Just then a small, delicate egg landed on Lola's head. So she's sitting underneath a nest here. The egg falls right on her head. Thank you, Magali. I appreciate that. But her wool was now so thick that she didn't even notice. It ended up landing softly on her head. That night was very cold, but the little egg was safe and snug, wrapped in Lola's messy wool. And there it stayed until, so it's nighttime. It's cold outside, windy, and the little egg is nice and snug inside Lola's wool. We love a good moon. We love a good moon in children's literature. Lola woke up to find a small, excited chick sitting on her head. Lola loved the chick's colorful feathers and its beautiful songs. And the chick loved Lola's kindness and her very messy wool. Oh, so she hatched the little egg. And Lola enjoyed her company because she loved the sound of the music, colorful feathers, and its beautiful songs. And the chick loved Lola's kindness and her very messy wool. They were made for each other. It's so fluffy, it's so warm. Your wool is extraordinary, said the chick each night. And Lola felt proud and happy to have helped her little friend. She's kind of giving her a side eye though. She's all, yeah. It's not what I used to have. Lola and the chick had so much fun together. Each day the chick grew bigger and bigger. Yeah, her wool has deeper use than just look. Yes, Samantha, you're right. Good catch. And Lola grew bigger and fluffier. But the days were getting hotter and hotter. And I need a haircut, puffed Lola. And I need to see the world, sang the bird. They both knew it was time to say goodbye. Aww. Look at Lola. Her hair grew back. She knows it's time for a haircut. The bird knows it's time for her to leave. They both knew it was time to say goodbye. The next day, they wished each other good luck and hoped they'd meet again. Goodbye to their friendship. Lola returned to the farm. She didn't look perfect, but it didn't matter. She was so happy to see her friends. Aww. Yes, I'll see you later, not a goodbye. Very true. So she's back at the salon again, getting ready to get her haircut because it's outgrown its use. So she was happy to see her friends. Hey, Sonica, thank you. Yeah, I'll see you later, not a goodbye. Now Lola felt nice and cool, and she no longer missed her shiny, silky wool. This time, when it grew back, she hoped it would be wilder and fluffier than ever before. Oh, she had a use for it. She found some use for her wool. And it was... She got it wild, and the birds came back. She found a really good use for it. The end. That was a sweet story. The sheep who hatched an egg. That was a good follow-up. That was a good follow-up. All right, let's take a vote. We started with... Right, Samantha? That was a good one. We started with where the sidewalk ends, for one. And then 2, the sheep who hatched an egg. Which one is your favorite, 1 or 2 in the comment section? What is everybody thinking? I'm thinking 2. I'm thinking 2. That was a good one. Mexipina 2, Tanya 2. Yeah, we love Lola. Anna 2, Lauren 2, Samantha 2, Lindsay 2, Carrie 2, Janelle 2. Yeah, that was a good story. That was a good one. All right, let's go back into the stacks and see. Let me find the ones that we purchased. Because we bought some. Oh, here they are. And the ones that we've read so far have been really interesting. Yeah, very wholesome. They're a wholesome bunch. Oh, Samantha, yeah, I think she says 2 as well. Lizzie, she's back there somewhere. She's hiding in her foliage. She's hiding in her plastic foliage in there. She loves it in there. Where is she going? Oh yeah, she's back there. She's all the way in the back. The Not So Far Away Adventure. We love a good end page, a good powder blue end page. Theo's papa was an explorer. He had been everywhere. He kept an old trunk packed with the pictures, postcards, maps, and menus that he had collected on his adventures. Whenever Theo looked inside the trunk, she found something interesting. So here's Theo. Her papa, an explorer, had a trunk full of things, souvenirs. Papa has a pretty good setup. We love this living room table here and the pictures. Really pretty. There was Papa with Nana in front of the Eiffel Tower. There he was sitting on a scooter. He looked so different when he was young. There was a menu from the Italian restaurant where he discovered Zappole. And look at that map of New York City. It had an X marked on it. Theo wondered what it meant. Maybe it was another one of Papa's discoveries. Someday Theo wanted to be an explorer too, just like Papa. So she's looking at all of his souvenirs, all the travels that he had. It was almost Papa's birthday. Theo was trying to think of the perfect gift. She thought about drawing Papa a picture, but would that be special? She drew him pictures all the time. She thought of buying him a little something, but he always told her he had everything he needed. This is a good Father's Day book. There's Theo in her little red dress. There's a cat. We love a good cat in children's literature. What do you want for your birthday tomorrow, Papa? Theo asked. Nana and I always went out for a meal, he said after a good long think. I remember once we drove for a whole day to get to a little restaurant on a beach by the ocean. We had the best clam chowder we had ever tasted. I have an idea, said Theo. Said Papa, still thinking about that day with Nana. I know a beach, said Theo. We can take the streetcar. The streetcar? I went to the beach on the streetcar with my class last year. I haven't been to the beach for a long time, said Papa. There's even a restaurant, said Theo. Papa's eyes lit up. Aw, so she went on a field trip. She went on a field trip to the beach and she's gonna take Papa with her. That's a good use of a field trip experience. It wasn't long before Theo and Papa were sketching a map. This is where we are, said Papa, marking an X on the page. And this is where the streetcar goes, said Theo, drawing a long line from where they were to where they wanted to go. Here's the way from the streetcar to the beach. She made a dotted line like footprints. And the restaurant is right here. She marked another X on the map. And there's you and there's me, laughed Papa, drawing two smiling faces. We're happy because we've just discovered something delicious to eat. So there's their little map they're drawing of where they're going. Let's see, they're right here. Oh, this is the beach. This is where they want to end up at. This is where they want to end up. And then this is where they're starting at. So they got to go down this way, make their way around, this way. There's the beach. They could pretty much walk there, I think. They live pretty close by. Are you ready for your birthday adventure, Papa? Theo asked the next day as they climbed into the streetcar. You bet, he said. The signal bell clanged and the streetcar lurched forward. Papa and Theo took their seats. They smiled at the feel of the rumble beneath their feet. I'm excited, said Papa, squeezing Theo's hand. Me too, Papa, said Theo, answering his squeeze with two of her own. Oh, they have a very close relationship. They're getting on the streetcar there, super excited to hang out. They sailed by bookstores, bakeries, restaurants, and schools. Theo waved to all the passing people, and some waved back. There's some really interesting illustrations in this one. Hey, John, thank you so much for doing that. Really appreciate that. The city life. When they got close to their stop, Theo rang the bell. She checked their map as they walked down the road that led to the park that led to the beach. Then she looked ahead and... Thank you, John. I appreciate that. So they're on their way to the beach. They got off the streetcar. She's looking at her map, trying to find out where she needs to go. The world opened up. The beach stretched as far as she could see. The blues of the sky washed into the blues of the water. Theo felt like she was stepping into one of Papa's postcards. I used to come here in the summer when I was a little boy, said Papa. I thought this was the ocean. Let's pretend it's the ocean, Papa, said Theo. Let's pretend we're on a faraway adventure. Look how pretty that illustration is. The blues and the greens. The blues of the ocean and the greens of the flora and the fauna. And then there's Theo and Papa. They took off their shoes and sank into feet, and sank their feet into the cool of the sand. They explored the shallow waters along the shore. They found stones smooth enough for skipping and some that looked just like jewels. Theo put a single stone in her bag for keeping. Can I use your camera, Papa? Asked Theo. Of course, he said. Smile, said Theo. Papa smiled, and Theo took a picture of him and the beach and the water and the sky. Did you, Samantha? Yeah. There she is right there. She's hanging out. She's listening to a good story as well. Back when they used to use cameras to take pictures. Let's see what year this was published. 2016. Yeah, I think they're still using cameras. Theo and Papa walked along the beach to the restaurant. They sat on the patio. They ordered gazpacho soup. It was cold. It was tangy. It was terrific. That was the best gazpacho I've ever tasted, said Papa, loudly slurping the last of the soup from his spoon. And we discovered it together, said Theo. Papa took a picture of Theo slurping her soup from her spoon. I'm going to put this picture into the suitcase, he said. Really? Asked Theo. Really, said Papa. They're enjoying their day at the beach. It's such a nice day. You got the boat in the back. It's a clear day. Eating food. It's one of the best experiences to have. On their way back to Papa's, they sailed by schools, restaurants, bakeries, and bookstores. Theo waved to all the passing people. Some waved back. Do you know what I like best about going on adventures? Asked Papa, squeezing Theo's hand. What? Said Theo, squeezing back twice. Coming home. Yeah. After a day at the beach, it's pretty exhausting because you got to do a lot of walking and then you're in the sun a lot. So you get really tired. When they got back to Papa's, there was a surprise waiting for them. Theo's mom and dad had decorated Papa's apartment with balloons and streamers. And there was cupcakes for Papa's favorite bakery. Theo put a candle in a cupcake with blue icing because it reminded her of their day at the beach. Happy birthday, Papa, she said. Make a wish. It's already come true, Theodora, said Papa. You should make the wish. So Theo made a wish and blew out the candle. Aww. He had a good time with Theo. The family, the pictures in the background. We love the details of children's literature when we get some idea of who the characters are without them telling us who they are. Yeah, beach days are definitely. But before she had a taste of her cupcake, Theo went to Papa's trunk. She carefully folded the map and put it inside. She took the stone from her bag and put that inside too. Then Theo went back to the pantry. Aw, she wanted to be part of the grandpa's chest of treasures from the past. So the map that she made, she folded it up, put it in there. She took a stone she found, she put it in there as well. There are the cupcakes. Those cupcakes are really good. Love a good cupcake. And ate the best cupcake she had ever tasted. Aw, they took a picture of it and posted it right there. The end. The Not So Far Away Adventure. This was a good one. You guys are getting really good titles tonight. The Not So Far Away Adventure. This was a good one. All right, let's take a vote. We started with Where the Sidewalk Ends, 1. 2, The Sheep Who Hatched an Egg. Hey, Yule, welcome in. And then The Not So Far Away Adventure. What is your vote tonight? Mexipina 3. YouTube, you guys can vote if you'd like as well. Mexipina 3. Spooky Owl 2. Tanya 2. Anna, you're going to stick with 2? Janaha Owl 3. Yeah, I think I'm going to stick with 2 as well. I think I'm going to stick with 2 as well. John 2. Yeah. That was a good one. That was a good read. Rach, welcome in. Rach, we haven't seen you in a while. Lauren, too. Okay, we do have the finger hearts goal up. One out of 20 so far. Let's see if we can reach our goal. Let's look at the stacks and see what we have. I'm trying to do the titles instead of. Let's see what titles we have tonight. Oh, thank you so much. We got 80%. 80% so far. We're looking for a really good one. One that is similar. Thank you so much for the finger. We are 80% there. Let me see. I think I might see something, Gemma. So this is the same author, The Cow Who Climbed a Tree. This is the same author from The Sheep Who Hatched an Egg. So it looks like this author's got some consistent ones. Let's see if this one's as good as number 2. Yay, we made our goal. Thank you so much. Woo! The Cow Who Climbed a Tree by Gemma Marino. I think we might have discovered a new author. Yeah, the trees are really cute. They're like little watercolors. We love a good moon in children's literature, especially when a cow's looking at it through a telescope. Yeah, she definitely has an artistic aesthetic with these colors. Yeah, the illustrations are really good. Yeah, Spooky Owl. I think it might be on the same line too. Tina was a very curious cow. She had a thirst for discovery. Yeah, let's add a new gift goal. Let's see if we can do, let's see if we could do 5 heart hands. Let's up it just a little bit. 5 heart hands. Tina was a very curious cow and she had a thirst for discovery. She's a scientist. Or the donuts. Okay, let me see. Let me switch it out here. The donies. Oh, donuts. Fur. Reset. Yeah. Confirm. Okay. There we go. 5 donuts. Her mind was full of wonderful things, all of which her sisters found very silly. Impossible, ridiculous, nonsense, they would say every time she told them her amazing ideas. Her sisters were only interested in one thing: fresh and juicy grass. So she wanted to go to the moon. But the only things her sisters were interested in was fresh, juicy grass. Oh, Lindsay, yes. Gemma Marino. She's got several of them. Lauren, I love grass. Right? Where's Magali? One day when Tina was exploring the woods, she decided to try something new. She began to climb a tree. Up, up she went. So she's going to try something new. She's going to climb a tree. When she got to the top, Tina couldn't believe her eyes. She got to the top and look what she found. A dragon. Unlike the fierce dragons she had seen in her books, this one was friendly and a vegetarian. A friendly dragon, and he was a vegetarian. So she had absolutely nothing to worry about. All afternoon, they talked about wonderful dreams and incredible stories. Tina couldn't wait to tell her sisters about her new friend. Okay, good new little friend there. But her sisters were not impressed. Dragons don't exist. Cows can't climb trees. Impossible, ridiculous, nonsense, they said. And with that, they went to bed. They always shut her down. Poor thing. They're like, no, they don't listen to her. I can see why she gets frustrated. But the next morning, Tina was nowhere to be seen. Tina, she's like, I'm out. Y'all are negative. Y'all are negative. I'm out. Her sisters found a note. Gone flying with the dragon of the woods, Tina. Well, that was it. Tina's nonsense had gone too far. The sisters decided to go and find her and bring her home. So this is their little pantry where they found the food, or where they found the note. They've got daisy water, rose water, grass cookies, pickled leaves, herbal tea, meadow mix, dried petals. What is that? Tup jam. Tuup? Oh, tulip. Tulip jam. So the sisters are going to go look for her. Yeah, tulip. For the first time, they ventured beyond the farm and into the woods. They had never imagined it would be so beautiful. Look at how pretty that picture is. Look at those colors. Reds, greens, yellows. And the cows at the bottom here. Reds, greens, and look at the little owl. And then they came across something very strange. Impossible, they said. But the first sister began to climb, and one after another, they all went up. Isn't it spooky? Oh yeah, I love a good illustration. It's really pretty. The world beyond the fields was extraordinary. But where was Tina? Suddenly, the sisters looked up. So the sisters have never been outside of what they've known. So when they climbed up the tree, they realized there was a whole different... They realized Tina wasn't making things up. Tina wasn't an adventurer. She wanted adventure. She wanted to see beyond the stars. I know, right? Climbing the tree. Look at their little legs. It was impossible. It was ridiculous. It was nonsense. But it was true. Tina was flying. And when she asked her sisters to join her, they said something they had never said before. So there's the sisters. There's Tina. She's having a grand old time. Yes. Why not? Oh, the sisters wanted to be part of the adventure too. I really love that. And after that, they just couldn't wait to see what else was possible. Here's the dragon. There are the sisters at the end of the tree. Look at that night sky. Now they're all in a rocket. A rocket going to the moon. Tina. She's an influencer. The and The Cow Who Climbed a Tree. Gemma Marino. Gotta give it to her. Gemma Marino. That's a good one. She's got some very unique drawings too. Some very unique illustrations and very unique storytelling. Hey, Books and Babe, welcome in. All right, let's take a vote. We started with Where the Sidewalk Ends, 1. Then we read The Sheep Who Hatched an Egg. This is a cute one. Then The Not So Far Away Adventure, 3. And then 4, The Cow Who Climbed a Tree. Let's take a vote. 1, 2, 3, or 4. I think I grabbed several of hers. Let me see. Let me see what the stacks have to say about that. I thought I grabbed a couple of other ones. John Donne sticking with 2. Yeah, I think I want to think for book 8. I think that was just book 8. Okay. Anna, I love 2 and 4. Sticking with 2. Yeah, I think I'm going to stick with 2 as well. 2 and 4. I hope she makes more. Lindsay 4. Heather Love 3. Books and Babe, I'm late. Coming back in. So 4. Oh, okay. John 2. Hey, Corey, welcome in. Lauren 2. 37. Yeah, I think we'll have 37 by the end of next week. No, by the end when I come back from vacation. All right, let me see if she's got some other ones in here. Got some really good ones in here. Got some really good ones in here. We'll have to read those tomorrow. Ooh, what is that? No, I think we only got 2 of hers. 2 of them. She might have more. Oh, Corey, yeah, I'll be posting. I'll be posting regularly. So keep an eye out on your posts. Let me see, the 23rd, Tuesday the 8th, July the 8th. And I come back in the afternoon. So we'll probably, I need 1 day to rest. We'll probably be back on the 7th, or the 10th, I'm sorry. The 10th. So we'll be back on live the 10th of July. But I'll be posting, I'll let you guys know. Monday. So next week at this time, I shall be in the air, flying over the Atlantic. Flying over the Atlantic. Alrighty, friends, that was 4 books for tonight. Yes, John, I'm gonna miss having you guys. I'm gonna miss seeing you guys regularly, but I'll try and go live because right now it's what 10 o'clock here. 9876543 So it's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon the next day. So it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon on Tuesday over there. So I'll log in about that. That's about usually the time that I rest because I like going out in the morning and then coming in the afternoon, resting, and then going out at night. I know, I'll miss you guys too. Thank you so much for that, Anna. I really appreciate that. But we'll be, I'll be trying to sneak on live and see if we can get it. I can't guarantee that the internet's going to be that good, especially since it's far away, but we'll see how it goes. Should be fun. Alrighty, friends, thank you so much for the 3 goals. We have 2 out of the 5 donuts. Thank you for the 2 goals that we met. We will be back again on tomorrow, Tuesday, with fresh new titles. Everyone, have yourselves a good night, and we will see you tomorrow.